Pansophism refers to the idea of universal knowledge, an aspiration toward a comprehensive understanding of reality. It has been associated with both philosophical and esoteric traditions, often symbolized by the concept of being all-knowing or all-seeing. This pursuit of total knowledge has appeared in various forms, from mystical systems to secretive societies, such as the Rosicrucians, the Freemasons, and groups often linked, rightly or wrongly, with the name Illuminati. These traditions were not merely interested in empirical information, but in a deeper form of wisdom that aimed to unify diverse fields of knowledge, spiritual, philosophical, and scientific, into a single coherent system. Pansophism, in this context, represents an ideal, not just to know, but to see into the structure of the world in a way that transcends compartmentalized thinking. This notion raises serious philosophical questions. What does it mean to know everything? Can such knowledge exist within a human mind, or is it necessarily symbolic, pointing towards a state of consciousness or being, rather than a literal accumulation of information? In many esoteric systems, the all-seeing quality is not associated with intelligence in the conventional sense, but with insight, an ability to perceive the hidden connections between things. In the Western esoteric tradition, this kind of seeing is sometimes referred to in terms like Gnosis or higher vision. It implies a shift in perception where reality is no longer viewed as fragmented or external, but as internally consistent and knowable through direct experience. Groups such as Fraternitas Saturni, the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, or various strands of Theosophy have each contributed interpretations of what this might entail. Their practices often involve ritual, symbolism, and altered states of consciousness designed to expand one's awareness beyond ordinary limits. Importantly, these traditions typically do not frame knowledge as passive. Instead, knowing is bound up with transformation. One does not merely acquire facts, one becomes something else in the process of understanding. This is often considered a kind of ascent, unveiling, or realization, a movement from ignorance to clarity, division to unity, or from darkness to light. The idea of Pansophism also invites critical reflection on the nature and limits of knowledge itself. In a world defined by specialization and information overload, the pursuit of integrated understanding can seem both appealing and impossible. Yet the persistence of this idea across time, cultures, and belief systems suggests that it speaks to a fundamental human impulse. Perhaps the value of the concept doesn't lie in the possibility of actually becoming all-knowing, but in what the pursuit reveals about human motivation. Why do certain individuals and groups seek total knowledge? What are they hoping to access, resolve, or become? And how does this aspiration towards this ideal shape the way they interpret the world? While some may interpret the symbols and language of Pansophic traditions as literal, others see them as metaphors for psychological or spiritual development. In either case, the focus tends to shift away from isolated facts and toward coherence, towards seeing connections, patterns, and meaning across what otherwise appears to be chaos. Pansophism, then, remains an open concept. It invites consideration rather than closure. It does not offer clear answers, but it challenges the boundaries we draw between disciplines, between the inner and the outer, between knowledge and being. Whether one views it as a metaphysical pursuit, a philosophical ideal, or a historical curiosity, its persistence suggests that the desire to know, fully, truly, and without division, continues to hold power.